go. Perfect time to get the video when you're struggling the most, right? Yeah. 70 foot-pounds, baby.
Can't get this first one.
There you go, you got it. All right. Hey, we're back. It's the next day. Yesterday was kind of a loss. We got only so far into it and realized that our exhaust wouldn't bolt back up to the headers. And our great idea of welding on the bolts onto the headers we thought was going to save us some time because they're really hard to reach from down there. So we thought, well, let's just weld them on there. But they all kind of canted one direction a little bit, and then the collector rotated. And anyway, it's been a tough battle. We just got the driver's side on. We're about to fight the passenger side now to see what we're in for there. So every idea we have that seems to save us some time ends up costing us more time. But you know what? That's how you learn, right? There we go. Careful not to rip the gasket there. There you go. There you go. All right, want to measure that?
A little better.
Still a little more than 1 inch.
Yeah.
Yep, just a little bit more. There you go. You got it.
Cool.
Good job. Nice. It's good to have that back on there.
Yeah.
What is up with my hair?
Oh, you got a mohawk.
I know. I didn't realize they made it look like a rooster tail. Anyway, who cares? Hey, we've been working fast and furious on this evening. It's getting a little chilly out, but as you can see, we're close. We're going to prime the motor again because just want to be safe. Is the base all the way down?
Yeah, I guess I got lucky.
No, actually, the shaft moves. And you can grab this and move it down, so you got to actually rotate. There you go. See that? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't let that fool you. I forgot to tell you that part. All right, Nathaniel's about to prime the motor, and we were just talking. I didn't catch it on camera, but he was talking about, should I go slow this time? If some of you have seen past episodes, you saw that we had a gusher last time because Marty and me both told him to just floor it and go all the way.
And don't let up, just go.
Yeah, just spin it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not going to happen this time. A little faster. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, looking good over here.
Yeah.
All right, finally. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Hey, we struck oil. Getting close. Buttoning up the last few things before we fire this thing up and adjust the valves. Not going to be able to go anywhere tonight, though. Steering's not hooked up, and the transmission pan needs to be dropped still and fluid changed, but hopefully we'll get it running here in just a little bit. All right, so before you drop it in, there's a couple prerequisites.
Oh yeah, I did that. Might have put that again.
Well, there's a prerequisite to even that.
Okay.
So it's got to be on the compression stroke on number 1, top dead center. The groove's got to be pointed to the right direction, and then that thing rotates 2 1/4 inches. I've already made the marks on that thing for you.
Yep.
So you rotate that rotor back to the first mark, and when you set it down, it should stop right at the second mark, which is the number 1 spot on that distributor.
Got it.
Okay, so we got a little bit of work to do. I don't know why I didn't think about letting you, I've always been the one to stick my finger down there, but it's time that you learn what that feels like. Don't put your finger right up against the hole, like don't seal it, just keep it close, because as it's going down on a downstroke, it can suck your finger in that hole. There's a lot of compression. So keep it far enough away so you don't get your finger pulled into the hole, okay? Not to make you worry or anything. You ready? Really?
Okay. Yep.
Whoa, that's bright.
It runs.
Told you it would.
Yep, it runs.
Yep. Not a great idea. Here, I'll put my foot down here. I'll block it here.
All right. This is embarrassing.
You'll feel it catch as you rotate it around. There you go. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Now you take a screwdriver, lock it in. All right.
I'll try it.
Fire it up, buddy. Got a little backfire going on here.
Really?
Yeah, hang on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's up?
It's kicking out. Go ahead and try it again, though, because I don't see it kicking too badly. Dang it, man. All right, so what happened is that I jumped in the car with the camera off.
Yep.
And I got it to fire over, and it sounded pretty strong.
And then...
But then all of a sudden it started spitting power steering fluid. My hose just now decided to break. You can see it open right there. We were excited to finally hear the thing run for just a moment. Murphy's Law. Anyway, my hands are frozen.
Yep.
I say we heard it run. We'll tackle it tomorrow. Come back with either a new hose or at least warmer weather. Back tomorrow.
Yep.
How's it going, everybody? It's a beautiful Sunday out here today, and I don't remember where we left off last night. We were trying to start the motor for the first time and got it fired ever so slightly, and then all of a sudden power steering fluid started flying everywhere. And that's when we discovered that the power steering hose had blown, which I'm not complaining. We were anxious to hear the car run, but I would rather have that happen here in the garage than while we're driving down the road. So I'm repairing that right now. Nathaniel's out with some friends at the moment. He'll be back a little bit later. It was the return line that blew, thank goodness. It wasn't the high pressure line. There's the hose. There's the end of it that just came apart. So I'm trying to, and I went ahead and bought a new high pressure line as well. These are 40 some years old. And boy, it's hard to get down in there. It would have been a lot easier while the heads were off and the front accessories and everything. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back as usual. I got to take this power steering pump off, which you can't see it, but there's some bolts that are unseen that are impossible to get to, and this is going to take me a little bit, so I'll be back a little bit. We're back. We're making a little bit of progress every day on this thing. Very little each day. So last night, we were trying to get the pan dropped. Nathaniel was out with some friends, and I only got so far because you came back with some pizza, and I got distracted. Because pizza, come on. So today, we've got to finish dropping the pan on the transmission, and then we're going to try to fire this thing up and get back to adjusting these valves. So fingers crossed that on this beautiful day in December, this thing's going to run, and we're going to go for a drive later.
Cool.
We hope. All right, so hold on, I'm getting a text from my wife. I don't know, it says pretty please. Should probably check it after the video. Anyway, all right, so we're done under the car finally. That was some hard work, dude. On a Monza, some of you may know this, most of you probably don't. Cross member has to come out to take the pan out. And so doing all that work underneath is a lot of work. So anyway, it's buttoned back up, we're good to go. Now the car, come down off the jacks.
Yep.
You want to work on that, bud? Destroyed my glasses while I was under the car. I moved the jack, ran over them, I guess. I didn't realize that. These glasses were pretty old, so I guess now I don't have a choice. I have to get new glasses.
I got stuff underneath it.
So anyway, car comes down. Let's get these valves adjusted and fire this bad boy up. Ready to get these valves adjusted?
Yes.
Me too. Finally. Seems like it's taking us forever to get here. All right. So we learned last time that we just need to give it a little bit more gas to get it started.
Yep.
Do you feel comfortable trying to get it started while I get the valves started over here, at least to make sure it's running okay? And then once it's running, then you can come around and I can show you how to adjust the valves. Okay. All right, buddy, fire it up. Stop. One valve already popped off. It was a little too loose. No problem. This one was really loose here. The rest of them seem okay. That's a little bit loose, but it's not coming off anyway. So it's backfiring a little bit because of that. That's got to go down quite a bit. Wow. Why is that so much different?
I noticed that on a few of them.
Oh. It's because,
I got pushed out of place.
well, because I about lost it. Hang on, I still haven't got it yet.
Did it magnet?
Hopefully it didn't get bent. It did. Oh, it snapped it, dude. That's why it's loose. Wow.
Right.
You know what that means?
Part story.
Well, I got more push rods,
Oh, you?
but do you see something missing there? It means the intake comes back off. Might have been a little too tight. And, yep. Wow. All right, dude.
All right.
Yeah,
Take it off.
that's the way it goes.
Take it off.
Take it off. Let's take the valve cover off this side real quick. Just take a gander to make sure there's no casualties over here as well.
That sucks.
Wow. Huh. I'm just going to guess that we had that one a little too tight already.
Yeah.
The goal was to get them just tight enough to where they barely pushed on the valve.
I probably did that.
That's all right. Like always, bud. That's how you learn, right? Luckily, I have another set of push rods here. So, the part that really sucks that you'll have to bend that, throttle bracket out of the way. There we go. All right. What do you think? Oh, there's another one there. Came loose over there. Pull that push rod out.
No, that's fine.
Okay, that one just came loose.
Yeah.
I wondered why that other push rod had gone so far in, because they don't normally go that far in. I'm like, why am I starting to lose this thing?
Yeah,
So that one was just loose. That we can deal with. That one can come loose right there. Might have to tighten that just a little bit. It's not bent.
Nope.
It's good. That one's pretty snug.
That was a little tight.
Yeah, we might loosen that one up. That one's okay.
That one's pretty tight.
That one's really tight. Yeah, let's loosen that up a little bit.
This one's really tight. Yeah. Pretty tight.
Okay, I'm going to admit something right here. I did not lash these valves before we started this. I should have. I did last time. But 9 times out of 10, as long as you get it close enough, you can fire this thing up and then adjust them later. Well, this is that 1 time out of 10 that you can't. So, I don't know. I think we were just too anxious. You make mistakes when you're in a hurry and wanting to get this thing fired up. So, lesson learned. Sorry, bud. Yeah, you'll have to try to catch it like on the end to see if it pulls through. Okay, so we're trying to carefully, surgically oh, yeah, buddy. Just as I was trying to explain what your brilliant idea was,
Got it.
you got it. Dude, that is a major high five moment. Yeah. All right, give me a real high five. Sweet. Good job, dude. Oh my gosh, the intake distributor.
Oh, that will never happen again.
None of that has to come off now. Holy moly. Now, hang on. Make sure it's the entire missing piece. Where is that?
I don't know, I just set it down.
It's in the middle of all this crap we haven't put away. Yeah, okay. Let's just make sure that that is the only missing piece. Oh, it's on the floor here, dude.
Oh, okay.
That looks about the right length.
Where's the other push rod you just had?
I don't know. It's missing here somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. All right, compare.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah, that's it. That was the only other missing piece. There's nothing else in there. Oh, dude. So happy.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Thanks to that hole right there and the one magnet we had that was just small enough to fit in there. We got it. Dude, that means we can finish this thing tonight.
Yeah, nice.
We can just put that other push rod in there. Woo! Okay. Yay. All right.
Yep.
Back at it.
Yep. Just put the new one again.
Yep. This is what you call a lucky do-over.
Look, we got extras.
Oh, dude, yeah. What just happened?
It just fell down. I think I missed the lift here as well. It's still staying out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to make sure it actually hits the lifter and doesn't fall into the valley.
Yeah, I slid down.
Oh my gosh, we just about lost another lifter or push rod.
It's fine.
Yeah, make sure you're on the lifter. Does it feel like it's seated? I'm going to double check, just not to second guess you, but I want to make sure it's in the right spot. Yeah, there. Keep your magnet on it while you're doing it.
It's a slight pass, right? I think this rocker on there. It's not in the way.
Well, no, it can stay on there. I mean, you're all right.
I have to loosen it anyway.
True. Well, if you want it out of the way, go ahead. Feel free.
Yeah,
If
it's all right.
that makes you feel comfortable getting it in there. Does it not feel like it's seating in there?
Try that.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. That's it. Oh, I did it again, dude. That lifter, or that rocker
It's
was in the way.
really- Really finicky.
Can you see in there okay?
You want to see that?
Yeah, I want to take a look. Center
Never mind.
gun.
Never mind.
All right. It's not exactly the do-over that we wanted. We're going to have a do-over, but we're going to have to take this intake off. The reason this push rod was dropping so far in there is because there is no lifter in that hole. it got popped out, pushed out by the cam. So intake is coming back off after all. Suffice it to say, we can see through that hole right there that there's no lifter. Big bummer, but lesson learned. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. Dude, you're determined.
A little bit.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick little sandwich break here. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to stop. I like to eat though.
Yeah, me too.
So I convinced him to stop long enough to grab a sandwich, and then we're gonna get back at it. But dude, you've almost got everything off that. Like all the accessories are off. Now it's just down to the intake bolts itself. Yeah, it's about to come off already. The only problem is I don't have another intake gasket. So that's a parts store run tomorrow. But we'll have it back together in no time tomorrow. Do over. All right, back to eating. All right, so I just decided to prop my camera up here because I've got my hands full. We've had a lot of excitement tonight. What just happened, bud?
Dropped a nut into the oil valley.
As if we haven't had enough excitement tonight. He was taking off the nuts for the carburetor, and it got stuck in his socket, and we picked the socket up. It dropped it right through the head because the valve cover was off, down through the large hole into the lifter valley. We're hoping that it's not lodged up against the cam anywhere or anything, down further down in the motor. Probably not. It's probably okay. But we don't know yet because we haven't got the intake off yet. And this universal tool of mine I've had for a while broke, and we need it. So it lost the spring. I was able to get the pins back together, but without the spring, it just flops around. So now I'm just taping it up to give it a little bit of flex. So we can use that to help get the intake off, because that happened as well. Tell you what, lots of lessons learned tonight. We won't forget these, will we, bud? Back at it. All right, carburetor's off.
It's freaking me out every time it drops.
I know, every time a bolt drops. Where'd it go? Bolts are out. We're going to take this intake out now.
Yep, there it is.
There's our wayward lifter. Go ahead and pull it on out there, bud.
Man, it was right next to it, too. I could have gotten that.
That's all right. We want to check to make sure there's no more bent push rods anyway. Pull that lifter out. Does it look all right?
Yeah,
It's in one piece. You see any marks or gars on it?
No, it's fine.
Just normal wear. It just popped out because the cam popped it out.
Popped out.
Okay. All right. Where's your nut? That's a problem. Oh, dude. That is a problem. There's no nut. It is down there somewhere in nowhere land. Yeah, probably fell, which means it's down there, stuck in the crankshaft somewhere. Even if we had to pull the pin to find it, it means the motor's got to come back out. Unless we can come up with something really creative, like throwing a magnet down that hole and trying to fish it out. Oh, Lordy. This just went from inconvenient to pretty inconvenient. Even more so. Not there, dude.
Hey, can you stop filming for a second?
Sure. Okay. Here's where we're at. We know that there is a nut down there somewhere in that motor. It's not in the valley, so it went down that little hole there in the corner, which means it's in the lower portion of this motor. It may be in the pan. There's a chance it actually could be okay, but we don't really want to risk that. The best case scenario we have is we could find some flexible magnet that can go down through that little oil galley there, and maybe we can find it and fish it out somehow. And if that doesn't work, then the motor's probably coming back out, because the oil pan can't be dropped, not easily. To be honest, it's such a difficult task to take the K-frame off, take the steering components out to get access to even drop the pan, that it's almost quicker to pull the motor and transmission out in one piece. So it's a motor pull. It's coming back out. Hey, these things happen. I don't want you to get too discouraged, bud. All right?
Yep.
There are a lot of lessons to learn when you're working on cars, and they're all learned the hard way. Just add this one to the list. So we're gonna go inside. We're gonna go and do a little research, maybe post a few questions to some friends of ours, and then tomorrow we're back at it again. I'll see you then.